Yes.
The bookies involved in 99 has still not been convicted or acquitted.
No.
The cases are still in the courts.
I know that.
Half the people
I
don't know
that,
what happened to that. So,
yeah, but
I mean,
here we have these two gentlemen.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to show the pictures so the whole world knows about them. In case you don't get the Sunday Times at home, which is likely to be the case with many people. There's two great gentlemen. Their pictures are all over. Here's one man. Is right, and his name is Vicky Seth apparently. I mean, Vicky Seth, if you're watching tonight, why don't you come out? Why don't you give Times Now an interview? Why don't you tell us what you said, what your background is, what you do? Have you ever been a bookie? If you want to deny it, come out here on Times Now and say it. And the other invitation goes to a gentleman called Monu Bhai. You know, the way he's being produced, it seems straight out of a Bollywood movie. Monu Bhai and the Starlet. Now, Monu Bhai is making other tall claims. Now, Mr. Monu Bhai, if you're watching Newshour tonight, come forth. The Delhi police can't catch Monu Bhai and the Delhi police can't catch Vicky Seth, then I think it's really, really sad, isn't it? Bishan Singh Bedi, bring these people out. Have a press conference. Get their side of the story because Monu Bhai and Vicky Seth are on the pages of an international newspaper. I get a sense we want to put it on a lock and key very quickly.
It is, and it's very, very sad and very ugly the way cricket is being handled, both by the ICC and the BCCI. I mean, how can these two idiots, even project the game they're trying to do? I think they should be hauled up, and the police ought to be told, look, I mean, put these swines behind the bar. I mean, they have to prove whatever they're saying. I mean, you can't just go off your rocker and try and malign a game like cricket the way they are trying to do.
And if they
there is an old saying in Hindi, कि बदनाम ना होगे तो क्या नाम ना होगा, and this is the kind of publicity they are trying to gain.
Yeah.
These the two gentlemen you're talking about, and also the Starlet.
Because
I think it's totally unnecessary.
I just want to question,
because this may just be the tip of the iceberg. Only two possibilities exist.
It could be.
Either it's the tip of the iceberg.
But listen,
no, either it's the tip of the iceberg, Mr.
The point is that, suddenly these...
This is where the ICC... Sorry, Atul. This is where the ICC and the BCCI must assert their authoritative position.
No, but they're not doing it. They're just saying...
yeah, I know. These are sting operations, Arnab, and what happens if police goes to them and this guy says, I was just trying to impress somebody by lying through my hat, and then there's no truth to it, So eventually you keep on going around in circles. This is no way to address it because sting operation... You make these guys popular, make them as stars and people then...
Krishna Swami, quickly. Krishna Swami is responding. Why not? Swami.
See, how can a guy like what Atul is suggesting, if you go to this guy and suddenly he says, I was lying through my hat and I was trying to impress, I think it's completely ridiculous. But listen, Arnab, you showed those clippings and the newspaper. On the top of the picture of Vicky Seth, there seems to be some credit line. So obviously he's met some guy who's taken a picture of him either now or before, and the reporter seems to have actually zeroed on him. So obviously it's not going to be so difficult to find
I'm going to now play the clip.
And one more point which Pradeep was earlier alluding to. There are so many politicians in Indian cricket, and it's no coincidence that what has happened in J&K. You could soon see it in very many more state associations, simply because there's so much money, and corruption only comes where there is a lot of money. We've seen that before in not just sports scams, but in every other scam. So I suppose it is actually follow the money, and you will actually nail the crime.
At least answer the questions here. As far as the J&K scam is concerned, Farooq Abdullah refused to speak to Times Now. I don't know why. He's very happy speaking to other channels. He's not taking a single question from us. We are debating that later. My question here is, Atul, we saw that. Why would anybody just make a claim? I mean, this is not. You're not trying to impress someone. This is some kind of a business deal which is being struck. The reporter is not going to be impressed. The person who is being spoken to does not really seem to be drunk or inebriated. He's talking sense. So I'm trying to understand why this Monu Bhai would make up all of this.
I'll tell you why. You know, they've got these system of punters, you know, where each bookie is in competition with the other bookie to get more punters in, and this is how they impress that they are the ones who got the contest, who fix matches. These figures are thrown. You know, in today's world, we see every day people get fooled by these Nigerian letter scams and getting an SMS is winning £1 million and people sending 10 lakh rupees. There was a case in today's paper as well. So there are people who actually believe, and you know, they get into the system where, you know, okay, I'll give you example. There was a racket in Delhi getting admission in a school. I charge 5 lakh rupees. You send me 3 lakh rupees. If the name comes automatically, I keep the 3 lakh. Otherwise, I'll return the money back. You know, so this is how it is. You know,
there's a certain jargon.
Send the network.
There's a certain jargon being used of, you know, I will let you have results with scripts, which are details of fixes set up in advance, such as Pradeep agreed no balls or agreed number of runs. So you are playing the whole game. So it's not one person, right, Pradeep? He's talking of a whole game being played. Now, when there's a lot of money involved, there's a risk involved. He's talking to someone like he's speaking to a venture capitalist. He's trying to woo the venture capitalist to make the investment in him as a big bookie. But obviously, he also knows there's got to be a business plan to give him the returns, right? He wouldn't be making the claim without any, you know, he may not be as hot a bookie as he's claiming, as Atul says, but there must be, as Swami says, can there be smoke without any fire at all?
No, Arnab, there are couple of issues involved here. It's very simple. If these two people were making drunk claims, they can sue this paper saying that we were having a friendly chat. We didn't mean what we were saying. The police should be given these tapes, which Sunday Times may have given it to ICC. ICC should give it to the Indian board. Indian board should hand it over to the Delhi police and tell them to question these, because these are serious allegations. If it is a serious deal, obviously it's a deal being taking place between the undercover reporter. He's not gone there as a journalist. He has gone someone who is saying that, look, I'm willing to invest money, tell me how it works. Those two guys are telling him it works like this. They are obviously fixing a deal. So if their allegations are true, it is for the police to find out, it is for the Indian board to try to put pressure on the Delhi police or the Indian government to say that, look, this is a serious issue, it involves national cricket. If it is not true, let these two guys come out and sue Sunday Times. Let Sunday Times be sued for billions of dollars, because these are, like that starlet has said that she'll sue it. Let her come out and open sue, because we want to know the truth. Because we all know that match fixing has taken place, spot fixing does take place. We are worried about the way IPL, the money it is being handled. We are very concerned about the fact that the kind of money which cricket officials get as profits to the various boards, how they are siphoned and where they are being spent. So as a cricket fan, as a cricket lover, we need to know the truth. And I think if the Indian board does not step in, I think like they did when the match fixing scandal surfaced in 2000, when the Indian Sports Ministry ordered a CBI probe, I am saying that let the Indian government step in and say that, look, we are willing to hand it over to CBI to just find out what the truth is and clean up
but you know, the game. Absolutely. Krishna Swami, coming to Mr. Bedi for the last word tonight. If this is untrue, then Vicky Seth and Monu Bhai, as they have been named, must come forth and give their side of the story. And they can give their side of the story and contradict the story completely. The Delhi police otherwise should tell us what's going on. Yes, Swami.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Arnab, you're right. If these guys are, as some people are suggesting, that they might be drunk and they might be talking through their hat, if it is so, let them come out in the open, let them kind of, refute these charges and sue the paper. But at the same time, let me tell you, when you walk into a restaurant and you're handed a menu card or a rate card, it's not done to impress anyone. That obviously means all those dishes are available in that restaurant. He gave you a fantastic menu card out there. You do this, you pay so much. You pay this much, you get that. I mean, obviously, it's all an organized racket. At the same time, yes, you cannot do anything without concrete evidence. At the same time, you cannot bury your head in the sand like all the various cricket boards across the world and the ICC, the father or the mother of all of them, seems to have done so far. The ICC and all the cricket boards have to get around and have to clean up the game, and it has to begin now, or otherwise none of us will watch cricket matches in the future.
To Mr. Bedi,
No, see,
you see, also, what they are talking about is, they are saying there are many ways of making money where you don't have to throw a game. Which sounds exactly like an opening batsman who gave a statement saying he had been approached by Kaneria to spot fix. The whole business of spot fixing.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? So,
Yeah.
some...
Tell me, what is stopping us in India from legalizing this betting? Why shouldn't we? And
how
does that help? How does that help?
Suggest that will, you see, if it is legalized, then the whole process is under a good scrutiny. And if these betting houses, they find out something is amiss, then they'll report it to the ICC, like it's happening in England.
No, how
but
do
England,
then you leave cricket to the betting houses?
Hang on, just a minute.
Betting houses become a regulator.
Arnab,
no, William Hale also once mentioned,
the problem is that
never
you can
bet
do
on
everything,
anything.
you know.
Just a minute,
Yeah.
Atul, William Hale once mentioned that never bet on anything that can talk. Okay? Now this is where betting it's so popular in England and Australia, but they bet on dogs and horses.
How does it?
They are we betting on?
No, the bigger question is it's not about
I'll
the
tell you
betting,
how
it
it'll
is
help.
about the fixing angle to it.
How does
I
it
will
help
tell
the
you how
fixing
can be
angle
sorted,
to
you
it?
know,
But that will be
and somebody mentioned just
That will be
CBI
fine.
report, you know. I tell you, what happened to the last time CBI got involved? We never take things to their logical conclusion. It's still in the grey area. People were raided, people were interviewed, there were confession statements, nothing happened. This is the sign what England did. They sent 3 cricketers to prison in 6 months' time. Unless we do that, these incidents will keep on happening and we'll be talking about the same thing.
There is a law in England, Atul. There is a law in England that if in sports you found cheating, you will be put behind the bars. There is no such law here in India or in the subcontinent.
No, but you know, Al Capone got done for something else. It didn't get done for murders. You know, he got done for money laundering eventually, or tax evasion, and he was sent to prison for 23 years. You know, whatever. So I think similar things can be done there. So you can penalize the people who are found guilty. If the law is not there, then at least catch them somewhere else. We didn't do that the last time round.
Well. As of now tonight, I put out a request to Mr. Monu Bhai and Mr. Vicky Seth to please come and give their side of the story. And Times Now and the News Hour would be very, very happy to have a long chat with both of them. Thank you very much, gentlemen.